Welcome to Wisdom Words, a quiet space to slow down and think deeply. Here, we explore timeless lessons about life, peace, and purpose, one story at a time. So, take a moment, breathe in, and let's begin. Introduction. Stress has a way of making everything feel heavy. Our thoughts become loud. Our heartbeat races. Even small decisions start to feel complicated. And in those moments, we wonder, how do I stay calm when everything feels out of control? In today's world, stress isn't rare. It shows up in many forms. A sudden problem at work. A misunderstanding with someone we care about. A financial worry. A health scare. Or sometimes, it's just a quiet feeling we carry for no clear reason. But stress doesn't always begin outside of us. Often, it begins inside our mind. The thoughts we repeat. The stories we tell ourselves. The fear of what might happen. The pressure of what should happen. These inner storms create outer tension. Today, we'll explore how to remain calm during stressful times. Not by escaping the storm, but by learning how to stand steady in the middle of it. Like a tree, bending with the wind yet rooted in strength. Key lesson: the calm is already inside you. There is a calm place inside each of us. A quiet space that stress cannot touch. We don't need to create it. We only need to return to it. Think about the surface of the ocean. When a storm hits, waves crash wildly. But if you dive deeper, even just a few meters, the water is still. Peaceful. Untouched by the storm above. Our minds are similar. Stress shakes the surface. But stillness waits below. That stillness isn't weakness, it's wisdom. So how do we dive deeper? By slowing down our thoughts. By observing instead of reacting. By finding space between stimulus and response, the space where choice lives. That space is the beginning of calm. A short reflective story. A young monk once told his teacher, "My mind is restless. How do I find peace?" The teacher smiled and handed him a glass of muddy water. "Put it down," he said. The monk waited. Minutes passed. Slowly, the dirt settled. The water became clear. "Peace arrives," the teacher said, "when you stop shaking the glass." Stress often comes because we keep shaking our thoughts. We replay conversations. We imagine worst-case scenarios. We rush to control things that don't need controlling. What if, instead, we just put the glass down? Reflective questions. What thoughts have you been shaking lately? What worries have you been playing over and over? Have you forgotten to put the glass down, even for a moment? Sometimes calm begins with a simple choice: I don't need to react right now. Important takeaway. Stress does not control us. It only enters when we open the door. And we can close that door, not by fighting stress, but by choosing stillness. Calm is not found outside. It begins within. In the next chapter, we'll explore simple, science-backed methods to calm the body and reset the nervous system, especially when your mind feels too busy to think. Until then, take one slow breath. Hold it. Let it go. You are stronger than the moment you're in. Calming the body to calm the mind. Stress often begins in the mind, but it's the body that carries it. Tense shoulders. Tight jaw. Fast breathing. A heavy chest. Sometimes the mind is too noisy to calm first. So we begin with the body. Today, we explore ways to calm the body so the mind can follow. Not quick hacks. Not forced positivity. But gentle methods backed by science and ancient wisdom, the kind that lasts. Introduction: your body remembers everything. The body carries every moment we didn't fully process. Every unresolved worry. Every unspoken frustration. Every sleepless night. It remembers what the mind tries to forget. Think about how you feel during stress. Your heartbeat rises. Your breath shortens. Your muscles tighten. Your body prepares for danger, even when there is none. It's the fight, flight, or freeze response. Normal. Human. but sometimes it stays much longer than needed. To stay calm during stressful times, we must signal to the body, "You are safe now." Once the body believes that, the mind begins to soften too. Key lesson: your breath is your remote control. Breathing is the only body function that is both automatic and controllable. That makes it powerful. When stress arrives, the breath speeds up. But when we slow the breath, stress begins to ease. A simple method used by Navy SEALs during intense situations is called box breathing. Breathe in for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. Breathe out for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. Repeat for 1 minute. It sounds small, but small acts create big shifts. Why does it work? Because long exhales activate the parasympathetic nervous system, also known as the rest and digest system. It tells the body, "You're safe now. You can relax." Story: the breath that saved an athlete. A marathon runner once shared how anxiety almost ended her career. Before every race, her chest would tighten. Her thoughts would spiral. In one moment of panic, she felt like she couldn't breathe at all. She almost quit running entirely. Then a sports psychologist gave her one simple instruction: don't fight your breath. Guide it. She began practicing slow breathing before and during races. Not to run faster, but to stay present. Within months, her anxiety dropped. Her performance improved. She learned that sometimes the strongest athletes aren't the fastest ones. They're the calmest. And that lesson is true in life too. You don't need to feel calm to start breathing calmly. You breathe first, calm arrives second. Methods to calm the body. Here are gentle practices you can use during stressful moments. For 7-8 breathing. Inhale for 4 seconds. Hold for 7 seconds. Exhale slowly for 8 seconds. Proven to lower heart rate and reduce anxiety. Progressive relaxation. Tense each muscle group for 5 seconds. Then release. Start from your feet, move up to your face. This helps the body let go of stress it's been silently holding. Grounding technique 5-4-3-2-1. Name 5 things you see. 4 things you can touch. 3 things you hear. 2 things you smell. 1 thing you taste. This pulls the mind out of anxiety and back into reality. Movement. A short walk. Gentle stretching. Slow yoga. Not to burn calories, but to release trapped energy. Because emotion is energy in motion. Reflective moment. Ask yourself, what does my body do when it's stressed? Do I hold tension in my neck? Do I clench my teeth? Do I breathe too quickly without noticing? Stress speaks through the body. Are you listening to yours? Important takeaway. To stay calm, don't battle your thoughts first. Guide your body first. The body is the doorway. The breath is the key. 1 slow inhale. 1 longer exhale. That is how calm begins. In the next chapter, we'll learn how to calm the mind by changing the way we deal with thoughts, worry, and emotional pressure. A deeper kind of peace is waiting there. Training the mind to handle stress. When stress enters the mind, it doesn't always knock. It arrives quietly. Sometimes loudly. Sometimes all at once. The mind begins to race. The heart follows. And before we even realize it, the stress has taken control. But what if stress didn't need to control us? What if we could notice it without being ruled by it? What if our mind could learn something powerful? I can feel stress and still stay steady. Today, we explore how to train the mind to handle stressful times, not by eliminating stress, but by responding to it differently. Introduction: the mind is a storyteller. The mind loves to tell stories. Some are helpful. Some create fear. Some are realistic. Some are exaggerated versions of reality. Stress grows when we believe every story our mind tells. The famous psychologist Carl Jung once wrote, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, It will direct your life and you will call it fate. To stay calm, we must become aware of those thoughts. Not to fight them, but to see them clearly. Clarity is stronger than control. Key lesson: observe, don't absorb. One of the most powerful mental tools during stress is mindful observation. It means you don't ignore your stress. You simply notice it without being consumed by it. A helpful reminder is this: thoughts are visitors, not permanent residents. Imagine sitting on a hill, watching cars drive by. Each car is a thought. Some are peaceful. Some are anxious. Some are painful. But you are not the cars. You are the observer on the hill. This simple shift changes everything. A short story: The Weight of the Glass. A professor once walked into a classroom holding a glass of water. She asked the students, "How heavy do you think this is?" They gave different answers. 50 grams. 200 grams. 500 grams. She smiled and said, "It doesn't matter how heavy it is. What matters is how long I hold it. If I hold it for a minute, it's fine. If I hold it for an hour, my arm will ache. If I hold it for a day, I'll collapse." Stress works the same way. The longer you hold a thought, the heavier it becomes. We cannot stop stressful thoughts from appearing, but we can decide how long we hold them. Mental techniques to stay calm. Here are gentle ways to train the mind during stressful moments. Name the thought. Instead of saying, "I'm scared," try saying, "I'm having a thought that I'm scared." That tiny distance between you and the thought creates clarity. Write it down. Journaling reduces mental stress significantly. A thought written on paper holds less power than a thought floating endlessly in the mind. Mindful pause. Ask, is this happening now, or is my mind predicting it? Most stress isn't about the present. It's about imagined futures. Reframing. Instead of "Why is this happening to me?" try, "What is this moment asking from me?" The first question makes us victims. The second makes us active participants in our own life. Reflective questions. What story has your mind been telling lately? Is it the only version of the truth? How long have you been holding the glass? When stress speaks loudly, can you step back and listen instead of reacting? Important takeaway. The goal is not to silence every stressful thought. The goal is to stop letting those thoughts control your life. Calm minds are not empty. They are trained. In the final chapter, we'll bring everything together and explore how to build an inner calm that lasts. A calm that walks with you through every season of life. Building long-term calm in a stressful world. Stress may visit often. It may arrive without warning. But calm can become your companion too, not just in peaceful moments, but in difficult ones as well. A calm life is not a life without problems. It is a life where problems don't control your peace. Your inner balance doesn't need perfect conditions. It needs practice, patience, and presence. Today, we bring everything together. You've learned how to calm the body. You've learned how to guide the mind. Now, we build daily habits that help you carry calm wherever you go. Introduction: calm is a skill. Calm isn't something you're born with. It's something you build. Brick by brick. Choice by choice. Breath by breath. You don't have to wait for stress to disappear. You grow stronger within it. That is real peace, the kind that stays even when life changes. Core habits for lasting calm. Here are powerful habits that support long-term emotional balance. Morning check-in. Before checking your phone, take 1 minute to ask, "How do I feel today, and what do I need?" This creates self-awareness before outside noise arrives. One daily moment of stillness. No phone. No talking. Just sit or walk in silence. Even 5 minutes builds mental strength. Limit the what-if cycle. Set a timer. Give yourself 5 minutes to worry. When time ends, release the thought and redirect your focus. Digital boundaries. Not everything deserves your attention. Choose when to read the news. Choose when to rest your mind. Nighttime release practice. Write down 3 things you want to let go of. It trains the mind to release rather than replay. A short story, The Stone in the Backpack. A traveler once walked across a desert with a heavy backpack. Inside it were dozens of stones. Someone asked, "Why are you carrying all that weight?" The traveler answered, "I collected these at every stop. I didn't know how to put them down." Many of us do the same with stress. We carry it from day to day. Conversation to conversation. Season to season. Not because we must, but because we haven't learned the art of releasing. Calm begins when we start putting the stones down. One by one. Reflective moment. Ask yourself, what stones am I still carrying? Which ones are no longer helping me grow? Can I put one down today? You don't need an empty backpack to keep going. You just need to carry only what matters. Final takeaway. Stress may arrive, but you can choose how long it stays. Each breath is a new chance to reset. Each moment is a new chance to respond, not react. Calm is not far away. It's already within you. Thank you for spending this time with Wisdom Words. Take one slow inhale and one longer exhale. You are stronger and calmer than you realize.